just when we should all be united to fight against what is ravaging the sovereignty of our country, because whether I like it or not, the issue of terrorism in Nigeria now, the heights it is now is very, very unbearable, and it can lead to total collapse of our country. Just when we should be united as a people, just when we should be talking to the government, just when we should be asking the government to be responsible of the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Some of us from the Yoruba extraction is trying to play the card of ethnicity just to propagate hate against the Igbos. Funny enough, look at what this person just said. Every bona fide Yoruba child knows not to vote for an Igbo man. Come rain, come shine. It's better for Fulani to be unaliving us than for Igbos to rule. Igbo hate us. We don't care about their good intention to fix Nigeria. They want to fix Nigeria just to gloat at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's pretty bad. He ended by saying, vote Yoruba. So you know that the intention of the Igbos is to just make Nigeria a better place. And that is what you are trying to actually forbid, just because your brother happened to be the one at the top now. This is one of the reasons why I do ask myself that you can never force Nigerians to be more Nigerian than the ethnicity they are representing. If you go to the north, you will find the same thing. If you go to the southwest, obviously you'll find the same thing. If you go to the east, whether I like it or not, the Igbos value their Igbo-ness first before the Nigeria as a nation. So this is my worry. If this should be the case, this is entirely the belief of an average Nigerian, whether I like it or not. Their ethnicity confess before you know that thing. Now, if this is the case, why not just go separate ways? If this should be the case, why not all of us go our separate ways? If this happened to be the last solution, because whether you like it or not, the issue of being a Nigerian should be of paramount if actually we want this country to succeed. If we cannot put Nigeria first, then our separation it might not be now, but it is coming very, very soon. And the reason why this person is actually trying to substantiate this very statement of his is just basically for the fact that politicians also use the tools, they use the ethnicity card in campaign, and this is where it has actually led us to. So funny enough, we are having issue of insecurity ravaging in the southwest region today, and somebody from the southwest is saying that no, he's not comfortable with an Igbo man doing something different just because he's an Igbo man. Somebody wants to do things better. You mentioned to your statement that he truly wants to change the narrative. He truly wants to make things better in Nigeria, and you're here telling us that no matter what, come rain, come whatever, that you do not need the intention, the good intention of an Igbo man to fix Nigeria. That is how bad it has gotten. Now, here's the obvious. If we know, say, our union, our unity in Nigeria could cause more bloodshed, why not we, divide the country? Make everybody waka go where you won't go. We know fully well that we have many ethnicities. We are definitely not to be divided by ethnicities. What would play out is to be divided maybe by, if you say you won't go Arewa, you go enter Arewa. If you talk say na Oduduwa or Biafra, any place where you won't enter, make you enter, because this is not the time to be pretending about unity in a country whereby you are segregating some other people. This is not it. We can't continue this way. It's more like we pretending that we are co-wives, whereas it is not so, and that is very dangerous for the unity of this country. To why you are seeing all this banditry, it is obvious. People do not believe in the unity of the country. Now politics will just push Nigeria to be united, ideologically, culturally, and economically, and otherwise. Nigerians are not. They don't want to be united. That is the truth. They prefer to be called Igbos than Nigerian. They prefer to be called Oduduwas than Nigerians. They prefer to be addressed first as Arewas before any other thing. And this is the reality that most Nigerians, some Nigerians are, shying away from. Whether I like it or not, Nigerians are highly divided. Whatever this young man said here is not far from the truth. It is not. Nigeria is highly polarized. So my question is simple. If we cannot unite with our wholeheartedness, unite and be Nigerians first, than Igbos, than Yorubas, than Hausas, than Fulanis, than Ibibios, if we cannot be Nigerian first, why not to forget about the unity of the country? Because what I'm saying is that the unity of the country is even causing more insecurity. You know, if an average Yoruba man shouldn't be having a problem, he shouldn't be having a problem of seeing that some of his brothers are being taken into Yoruba forest for 16 good days. And such Yoruba man have a problem of seeing that, yes, if an Igbo man is given chance to actually rule the Nigeria as a nation, that he could actually do something different to salvage what is going on in the nation. If an average Yoruba person, where all these things they happen to in land, they do believe, say, yes, whether not die, may will die for, say, now in brother will be Tinubu, now in the power, say make him continue. Say you don't need Igbo person to fix anything. If this is the case, then I do believe that it's not going to be an easy one. Like former President Buhari, I think he said something like this, that the unity of the nation is non-negotiable. It is negotiable because we have many factors to actually place our hands in. And it is just high time, if the insecurity of Nigeria is as a result of the unity of this country, may everybody just scatter, going away. Because I think this is even the last resolution to our problem if the government cannot address it. Now, whether you like it or not, if by today now say P2B emerge as the president, he's also not going to find it easier because, like I said, whatever that is happening in Nigeria is beyond what we can see. And I do not believe that somebody like P2B, even though he must have tried, when he was a governor, he did his best to actually tackle insecurity, kidnapping and terrorism in Anambra at the time he did. But the truth of the matter is that I don't think that he have answers to solving the insecurity problem if he eventually emerges as Nigerian president. I do not believe that he has answers to that very effect. That is the truth. But then there will be some kind of less in compromise, because the reason why we're having it this part today is because of the government complicit. Is because of the compromise of some security agencies. Whether I like it or not, that's the truth. But definitely he will not give an absolute answer. He will not solve it absolutely down to the roots. He will not. That is the truth. So when I talk about issue of insecurity in Nigeria, obviously speaking, not be today in start. But what we face today, we don't need this kind of thoughts. We need to call a spade a spade. When Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was getting everything wrong during the kidnap of Chibok girls, we saw a lot of things happening. A lot of people from the south, a zone, a geopolitical zone that Goodluck come from. We saw a lot of south people, ushering their statement, their harsh statement towards Goodluck. In fact, a lot of things played out from the south. They didn't mind that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was from the same, geopolitical zone. They needed to just say things the way they are. Now, this is the time of Tinubu. Why are a lot of you attacking people just because they are voicing out about what is happening in Nigeria? Why already are you threatening people with issue of voters? Just like what happened in Lagos the last election. And funny enough, we live in a country whereby we chased everything. It has come and gone. Nobody questioned the character of some people who threatened the Igbos in Lagos. This is the problem. You have some pastors from Yoruba land who stood very, very firm to condemn the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, which wasn't this bad. Goodluck Jonathan's administration wasn't as bad as what we are seeing today in security wise. It wasn't. But you see all these pastors, bishop, prophets from Southwest, coming out to condemn Goodluck just because he was handicapped. But today you have in Tinubu, the incapacitated Tinubu that cannot address what is happening in the nation. And you are here, you cannot even condemn any of this. You are given Tinubu 90 days. My message is clear. If we are tired of being together, if our togetherness is going to cost more life for Nigerians, for the Igbos, for Yorubas, for Arewas for, every other person. If the unity of Nigeria is going to cost us more life, let everyone just go in separate ways. It is not a big deal. After all, the Igbos believe they can do it themselves. They can stay on their own independently. The Arewas believe the same too. The Yorubas also, they have their own ethnic identity, So why are we having this problem of forcing everyone on the marriage? If we believe that the marriage is by force, maybe we just, chicken out. Everybody just forget about the country and, let's go our separate ways. If that answers our problem, if that should be a way of making sure that life expectancy in Nigeria increases from 35, 40 to at least 60 to 70, that is a reasonable percentage, But politicians will not do that. They will not pave way for such a resolution to actually come. They want to, eat everything, have our money, float our money, do everything, and still subject us into nothing. No governance anywhere in Nigeria. And we'll talk about insecurity. When are we even going to stop talking about the issue of insecurity in Nigeria? Bad enough